Hello, everyone. My guest today is Gil Perry. He's a CEO and co-founder of DID, which he established in 2017 with his friends and fellow co-founders, COO and CTO. He's brought experience as a manager and developer in corporate startups and environments. Gil has commanding experience in a special forces unit of the Israeli Defense Forces. He holds a BSc degree in computer science from Tel Aviv University, where he focuses on computer vision and image processing. Gil, you ready to take us to the top?
Yes, great to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. So, talk to us for folks that haven't heard about DID. What does the business do?
So, the idea, as you said, we founded the company 4 years ago, myself together with my co-founders, Eliran Kuta and Sela Blondheim. And basically, we started from protecting privacy, protecting against face recognition. That's how the company started. And recently, after gaining lots of expertise and core competency around the face space, deep learning, and computer vision, we've entered into the media and entertainment market. And basically, we launched recently our new offering, which is the AI face platform, and it is the one-stop shop for the creation of synthetic videos, both for privacy and for media and entertainment.
So this is sort of like when you have like these folks that are building ad blockers back in the day. You're either on the ad blocker side and you want to block ads, or you're not. You're sort of like, okay, synthetic videos are going to be a thing. Deep fakes are going to be a thing. We can either help sort of prevent them, or we can sort of lean in and help people create them for a marketing perspective. You decided to lean in and really let people pay you to help create these videos.
Exactly. Basically, we've realized that there is going to be a big disruption in the media and entertainment market. And this disruption is going to be around how media is being created. This is using AI, and that there is a big stain on this synthetic media landscape, which is around the bad potential of this technology. We realize that, one, we have the capabilities and expertise to lead this disruption, and two, we have the experience and the responsibility to make sure that this technology will go to the right place.
So what are firms paying you to use the technology on average?
Again?
What are firms paying you to use the technology on average per month or per year?
I didn't understand.
Yeah, what's a company paying you on average to use the technology?
Got it. So basically, it is there is an annual license that we are being paid, and then we are being paid for every call to our API. Okay, so we are a SaaS company. For example, you probably heard about the Deep Nostalgia product that we sold to MyHeritage. So they are using our API, and we are being paid for every call, every animation that is being made. We are being paid. So until today, in the past 2 months, for example, with this customer, there were 80 million calls to the API.
Yep. So just ignoring the API call model for a second, on average, what are companies paying you for your yearly contract?
So I can't specify exactly the number.
I'm looking for an average, just to understand if you're mid-market, enterprise, SMB, etc.
So it's we are talking about hundreds of thousands, but it really depends on the scale. There can be a customer that is small, it's a startup, and can be, now we're launching soon with the big social network. So it's huge.
I understand that, but you also average is math. You take all your revenue divided by all your customers, you get an average. I'm just trying to understand it. So it's fair to say your average is probably somewhere in that $100,000 per year range, something like that.
Oh, more than that, but we can't specify the exact number.
Okay, then you're definitely in an enterprise sort of motion. You have an inside sales team selling this.
Yeah, we have inside sales, but recently most of our traction and our customers are coming actually from basically companies calling us because of the great PR and the exposure we had with the Deep Nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
So
But let's go
yeah,
back real quick before we talk more about deep nostalgia. Day one. So it's 2017. You're getting into the business. It's launching. Where did you get your first customer from? Do you remember? Can you tell us that story?
yeah. So back then it was totally different business. We were selling our privacy solution. If I'm not mistaken, the first customer was BlackRock, Fortune 100 company, and we met them. Basically, we were in New York together with the 8200 EISP accelerator, and they are sponsors of the accelerator. We met them and met the CTO pretty fast. They wanted our product to
So,
protect.
so they were your first customer. You met them through your accelerator in New York, and BlackRock was paying back then for basically your tool to help prevent and make sure that no BlackRock executives were their faces were being used in any deep fakes.
Basically, protection from face recognition. Yes.
Got it. What does that mean from face recognition? Like as they're walking around downtown New York, or as they're on their computer, someone spying on them through their webcam, or what?
Everything. They have the photos of their employees. So if the photos are leaked, some of the photos are actually out there shown on the website. So no one will be able to use it to identify this employee once he's walking outside in the streets.
I see. Okay. So BlackRock was first customer back in 2017, and then fast forward today. How many customers are you working with?
So quite a few customers. It's now growing very fast. Again, can't mention the specific number because we are a private company, but I can tell you that in the past months we are closing quite a few deals, and we have hundreds of basically calls, companies that are interested in the product, mainly from the media and entertainment market.
So Gil, well, can we put a range on number of customers? I mean, are we talking 10 customers, 100, or 1,000 customers?
So we are talking about dozens of customers.
Okay, got it. So between 10 and 100 customers. So highly focused on a core set of customers, and focuses expanding ACV with them versus trying to go sign up thousands of new low ARPU customers.
Well, we are focusing on the big companies more.
Okay, got it. Which makes sense. Your first customer was BlackRock. Now, did you come from a Fortune 500 sort of background, or did you launch this right out of the Israeli defenses?
So no, the three founders, we were in the IDF for a long time, and after that, each one worked at a startup. So, for example, Eliran, the CTO, and myself, before the ID, we worked at Meerkat, which later became House Party.
Yeah.
So we developed the iOS and Android for Meerkat and House Party.
Yep. Talk to me about the rest of your team. How many folks full time today?
So we are 24.
Okay.
Mainly deep learning and computer vision experts.
How many of them are engineers?
So 13, 14 are engineers.
Heavy tech. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we are growing fast. So basically we are building a bigger sales team in the US and Israel. So we are now growing fast.
What do you keep saying? You're growing fast and you're getting lots of calls and all this stuff, but it doesn't really mean much to me if we can't sort of like somehow quantify it. What does growing fast mean to you?
Growing fast means that basically there is bigger demand, and we need to build teams for customer support, customer success, sales.
What does the sales team look? I mean, are there any quota carrying reps today?
Yeah, so we basically have a salesperson, a biz dev, and several marketing.
But only one salesperson right now.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's something where you will invest more time and energy and money over the next year, scaling out that AEs to build out a team.
Yeah, it's very simple to like sell and integrate our solution because it's a very simple SaaS API, but still, because of the demand, we need to grow.
Now, Gil, have you done all this bootstrapped?
Again?
Have you bootstrapped the company or raised?
No, we've raised the 24 million.
come on, man. I was liking the story so much. I'm like, this is great. He's bootstrapped this. He's got dozens of customers, $200,000 ACVs. I'm like, this is impressive. And now you tell me you raised a bunch of money. All right. So you raised money. When was the last round and why'd you raise it?
So the last round was about a year ago, and there was a demand. There were requests from investors, so we wanted to grow faster. So we raised the round. We are thinking there are also requests now from investors. So we are looking maybe in the near future to do another round.
If you do another round this year, how much would you potentially raise?
So we didn't decide yet, but it's going to be a bigger round, probably a few dozens of millions.
What was the round that you raised last year? How much?
Last year was almost 14.
Okay. And how would you grade yourself on allocating that capital? Where did you spend it over the past 12 months?
So mainly on improving the tech, mainly on the new offering that we've built, the AI face platform.
So hiring engineers.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you think your year-over-year growth rate? What do you think that has to be in terms of revenue? What does that have to be for you to go out and raise in a competitive round this year?
So we are good now if we want to raise the round that we want. We don't
well, I mean, anyone can say that, but you go, raising capital is, in my opinion, is not something to be celebrated. You're diluting yourself, and you're becoming more of essentially an employee, right, for your VCs and the board that you're building. So the question really is, again, how much dilution are you willing to give up relative to how fast you've grown the company? Faster growth, less dilution.
Yeah, so we can always progress and sell more, but today the amount that we've sold and the amount that we are willing to dilute is enough. Mm-hmm. We are ready for another round.
So what percent of the company are you willing to sell in your next round? I mean, are you trying to target like 10%, 20%, more or less?
So yeah, we're not giving these details, of course, but it really depends on the partner, right? It's not if it's 10 or 20 or something in between. It depends if we're looking for a good, strong partner to join the team, not just an investor. And it's not about the money and the dilution. It's more about top tier 1 VC.
Yeah. What has growth been over the past 12 months?
Again, sorry?
How fast did you guys grow over the past 12 months? Were you above 100% year over year?
So we have, in the past 12 months, we changed totally. Basically, we entered a new market. So I'm calculating it from 0 to very fast growth.
Well, Gil, come on. Going from $1 to $3 of revenue is 300% month over month or year over year growth. That's ridiculous. Your investors that already put in 24 million, I don't think, are saying the business was worth 0, right? 8 months ago, 9 months ago. How do you validate that with the board?
Basically, everyone understands that we are now selling new offerings, and just from one of the customers, let's talk about deep nostalgia for a second.
Sure.
For a minute. In 2 months, with one customer, we got 80 million animations. This is dozens of basically millions of new customers that have joined this MyHeritage because of our product. This is a lot of success just for one of our customers. Their app, MyHeritage app, because of our technology, was first place in the App Store, in the free apps, in 22 countries, above Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
But just because this isn't your business. This is someone else's business, and they're your customer, correct?
No, it's our business because we are receiving payments for the API calls.
Yeah, but you don't own that company. They're they pay you for the API calls. That's like me saying, Tesla is a customer, and they're the highest value. He's worth billions of dollars, so we're worth billions of dollars. It's a great. You don't own that equity over there,
right? But basically, I'm happy when my customers are happy.
well, of
right?
course, every founder is, but it's not your company, right? So the question is, how much is that utility value worth to that customer? Are you making more money because you help them rank so high, right? You're getting more API calls.
Of course, yeah. All this success, it's not Tesla are succeeding anyway, right? But my heritage, this success is because of the use of our technology.
Mm-hmm.
So, and these are API calls to using our technology.
And that's the main way you're capturing that value is you have a rate that you charge per number of API calls and you upsell.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine this is one customer. So for example, now soon we are going to sign with the big social network. So imagine how many API calls is that. So we are happy with our current status.
So if you're starting off at zero just recently, I mean, when do you think you can break $1 million run rate on this new product? Can you do that this year, or do you need more time?
Yeah.
You can do that this year.
Yeah, we are.
And did you
get into the details?
Did you actually take the historical product to zero revenue, or is there still lingering revenue from that you're supporting?
No, it's still we still have revenue from that product, but we are focusing on the new one because the differences here are higher than what you mentioned. Basically,
yeah,
we've crossed our goals for this year in the first, basically, very fast.
I'm surprised you have demand to go raise. Said a couple dozens of millions, so 24, 30. I'm surprised you have demand from VCs right now, willing to put in another 24 to 36 million on top of the 24 you've already raised. If you started from zero and haven't broken $1 million on this new product line yet. So
I didn't tell how much we sold until today.
Huh?
I didn't specify how much we sold until today. But
I said on the new product, can you break $1 million in revenue this year? And you said yes.
We might have crossed it already. So I don't want to get into the details of the specific numbers, but it's going well with the new product.
Okay, very well. Gil, look, I'm rooting for you. I hope it goes well. With that in mind, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, what's your favorite book?
No Rules, the book about the Netflix culture.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
So maybe it's a bit corny, but Elon Musk. But I think I've been following him way before most of the people heard this name.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building DID?
Streamlit, for building apps in Python for quick prototyping.
Number four, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
I'm trying 6 hours, but usually it's much less.
Okay, and what's your situation? Married, single, kiddos?
I'm single.
Okay.
I'm married to the startup, basically.
Fair enough. All right, and how old are you?
I'm 34.
34. Last question. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
Basically, that there are things that if you don't do them on time, you might not do them at all. For example, traveling. After the army, I traveled for 9 months, and I wished I would have done much more than that.
Well, listen, our thoughts are with you. I know you're in Israel. Last night was a rough night, so sending you good energy. Thanks for making time for me. Guys, you just learned about DID, face recognition technology, launched back in 2017. They've raised $24 million to date to scale the business. They're serving dozens of customers. They have ACVs that are on average above 6 figures, so above $100,000 as they have an enterprise sales motion. 24 folks on the team, 14 engineers, 1 sales rep as Gil looks to scale with his 2 co-founders. Gil, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thanks, Nathan. Have a good day.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.